Hey, let me show you the proper way to tie down your dirt bike for a transportation. Hey, what's up guys, Rado here, and I know there are many ways how to load and tie down your dirt bike on a pickup truck or the trailer. So today I want to share what I learned and what has been working for me for a long time. I don't have any damage to the bike, to the suspension, to anything, and the bike is safe and secure on the back of my truck. So today let me show you how I do it, how I tie down a single dirt bike, 2 dirt bikes, and even 3 dirt bikes in a short bed pickup truck. We'll be using Strapino, which is the sponsor of today's video. So let me show you what's inside. You are getting these 4 straps that are a little bit unique. The make is pretty good. They feel nice and strong and sturdy and all that. But what's really unique about these bad boys is that when you open them, they are on a spring. So they will retract back, and it will just make your life way easier when you are working with the bikes, when you are loading, unloading, strapping everything down. And then what also comes in a package are these soft straps that we're gonna be using, putting them on the handlebars so we are not damaging anything on the bike. They come together like that, and then you can just use these guys on your handlebars. You know, I don't want to go with a hook right on the handlebar somewhere here because I don't want to scratch it, and I don't want to have this hard metal on the metal right here. So it's always better to use the soft loops. You go around your handlebars and then you hook up your hooks right on the loops like that. Through, like that. And when you're doing that, make sure you're not pinching any wires, you're not pinching cables, and it's just going straight on the frame, straight on the handlebar, just like that, all right? So you don't have anything in there. You can go like this. All right, that's all it takes. Now you have your soft loops ready for installation. You can hook your things right here. My pickup truck, a Ram 1500, is a crew cab with a short bed, and I originally wanted to get longer bed, but there was nothing for sale when I was getting this truck, so I just ended up getting this truck. And I love the big cab because I can fit my whole family in there. They have plenty of room, kids can have fun, so it's really good size for that. Now in the back I still have plenty of room. I can fit 3 bike, no problem. The only downside is that only 1 bike loaded, I can close the tailgate. If I have more than 1 bike, the room is just not enough for the tailgate to be closed. So I need to keep the tailgate open. When loading a single bike, I'll put 1 strap here in the back and 1 on the opposite corner in the front. So we click this bad boy right here, just like that. Put it in the back and I'll put 1 in the front. It's good to think 1 step ahead. So before I load the bike here, I will make sure that I have enough slack on the strap here and also on the one in the front. So I'll open this strap right here and I'll pull out some slack and just close it. It's going nowhere, it's not going back. You see, if I open it, it will retract the thing back, just like that. So what I do, I'll just pull the slack and close it, keep it like that, and then I'll put my hook on the side of the bed so it's easy to grab it once the bike is in here. When I load my bike like that, I like to go diagonally. So the front wheel would be in 1 corner and then the rear wheel would be on the opposite corner. In this case, I have my front in the left upper corner and rear in the right rear corner, right? And then once I have that, I make sure that I would put it all the way to the bed. So my rear wheel is actually touching the bed and so is the front wheel. So you cannot move the bike back and forth. At this point, I lean the bike a little bit over to the right side and then just use the strap I have already ready, sitting on the side of the bed, and I use that hook and hook it up to my soft straps over there and let the bike lean a little bit on the other side. At this point I can let go of the bike, go on the other side, hook everything over there. Bike is loaded, we have strap on every side, so now the last thing would be to just go and crank those straps and make sure the bike is nice and steady. I kind of like to let it lean one side. Some people say it has to be straight, but I sleep okay with the bike going a little bit on the side, and I think it looks a little bit better. So do whatever fits you. I'm okay with the bike leaning. Now, one important thing that I have to talk about is that some people would say that doing it this way, cranking down a bike and putting the pressure on your forks will blow the seals, and then your fork will start leaking. So what they would do, they would buy the spacer between the front wheel and the triple clamp, and they will crank it with a spacer, or they will just get the 2x4 like that. They will measure the bike, cut it, leave a little room like half an inch, and then put it on the front wheel and triple clamp, crank it down and do it like that. I don't think that's necessary. I'm not using any 2x4s. What's really necessary is to keep your fork clean. When you have a bike that you didn't wash last week when you were riding, or you don't wash it much, or you didn't do a very good job washing it, and there is a little dirt, little sand left on your forks. So next time those forks go in and out, that little sand and dust will damage the seals, and then you will have the leaky seal because of that. I've been doing this for well over 8 years. I have a lot of friends that ride 30 years. They've been doing it this way, and we never have problem with the seals because we make sure that those forks are nice and clean after my ride. My son is helping me to load these things up many times, and this kind of strap is easy for him to use. He doesn't need to be super strong to just pull it down by his strength, but we can just go and crank it. Whatever needs to be done, I can just do a little bit more like that. So we'll do a little bit more and then jump on the other side, and we should be done. As you can see, the bike is going nowhere. I can move it side to side. It's not really moving back and forth. It's not moving. So at this point, we're good to go. Just close the bed and have fun on the track. Loading two bikes, that's completely different animal. What we're gonna do, we're gonna put two straps in the one side front and two on the other side front. So we're gonna use 4 straps like that. And then when we put our bikes into the truck, we're gonna put it on the side of a bed a little bit, towards the side of a bed, both of them. And then we will turn the handlebars until the steering locks. You know how you can lock it on each side? So you're gonna lock it, one pointing towards the left side, one towards the right side, and then you will make sure that the front wheels will touch in front. This is the basic thing what we're gonna do, and we'll strap everything down, and I'll show you how stable that is. So we're gonna do 2 in the front here and 2 on the other side. I'm gonna hook this bad boy right here. Again, make sure that you have enough slack. Put it somewhere here. Open it like that. Close. Do the same on the other side. So you see what I did here. I put the bikes all the way to the side, and right now I'm leaning them on the side of a bed a little bit. I strapped this one on the side to make it ready. Now the KTM is not strapped, it's not tied down yet. I just lean it over to the side of a bed, and I'm doing this alone. So many times you would have another person because you have 2 bikes, right? And now you can start cranking it. Give it a couple cranks like that. And here I have my front wheels touching like that. Okay, so they are touching. Both handlebars are in a lock position. That will give me nice firm, position here. Nothing will move. When I'm loading back the enduro bikes with the handguards like that, I don't really care too much about the soft thing. I can just hook it up here, because anyway I'm crashing and scratching all these sides, so this is fine. I'm not using a soft strap on the enduro bikes with the rubber or handguards like these. Open it up and just let it come back where it sits, close it, Do a few cranks here. That's fine. All right, the two bikes are touching in the front. Handlebars are in locked position. They are strapped down to the point that is sufficient. They are not moving. They are leaning kind of to the side of a truck, both ways like that. That's how I like it. And I still have plenty of room in the middle. I can load everything else I need to load and just put one strap across to keep my ram, gear, and gas, whatever you need to have in the bed to keep it in. Or there are many different products you can use for the back of your truck. So these days I'm doing a lot of riding with my son, and many times we need to load 3 bikes when we go riding. So when I have 2 bikes like that, that's how I keep them when I have 3 bikes as well. And I just go ahead and put one bike right in the middle. But before I do that, I can put something like, probably the stand would be the best, to put it right there and then offset 3rd bike a little bit backwards. So you will have enough room for your handlebars. You can strap everything down nicely and nothing is in the way. So I'm gonna put my stand right in the middle of the bikes like that. And my 3rd bike will come touching the stand. Well, my friends, and this is it. This is how I load my dirt bikes on a pickup truck. 1 bike, 2 bikes, even 3 bikes in the short bed. I know there is many different ways and there is no right or wrong way. There is maybe better and a not as good way, but this is the way I do it, and I never lost the bike on a highway. I can do my 70, 75 on a highway. So when I go to Glen Helen, which is like 2 hours from my house, I would load all the bikes in a pickup truck like this, because I don't like to pull the trailer on a highway doing like 75. But if I go to the Kauai, which is like 10 minutes from my house, then I would just use the trailer and I'll pretty much do the same thing. It has a hooks on every single ram. I have a 3 bikes trailer. I'm gonna just load the bikes on those rams and then strap them down using Strapino. It's super easy to use because as you saw, it's retractable, so you don't need to crank it a lot. You don't need to tie it down like that. It just does a lot of work for you. So it's easier to use it, and I keep those straps on the trailer, just put them in the rams when I have no bikes there, and then when it's time to go, I just pull the trailer out, hook it up to my truck, load it up, and I'm ready to go. All right, my friends, so that's about it for today. Share below your comments, and don't forget, whatever you do, stay motivated. See you guys later.